We are here at the Motilal Oswal headquarters in Mumbai and getting that festive feel on. I have, of course, the man that everyone wants to hear from, Raamdeo Agrawal, with me. Raamdeo sir, thank you so much for joining us on NDTV Profit. And if you're wondering what the spread is, so our idea was that we should have a meal together.
Yes.
I was told Raamdeo sir only eats healthy, and coincidentally, so do I. So I just want to tell you what's on the table before we start our conversation. So we have salads here, we have some fruit, we have some nuts. Now, here's the theme that I want to take forward, sir. We are speaking at a time when people gorge on, Diwali is time to really let go. And the markets right now are also building up an appetite. Let me start with the question of how do you make sure this Diwali your portfolio is fit? There is not too much cholesterol of high valuations in what you have bought and no junk food or junk stocks. How do you do a cleanup of your portfolio like you do of your diet and nutrition?
Yeah, even wardrobes. So, so actually, this is a terrific question, and it's not only Diwali stuff. I mean, around the year you have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to have a very healthy portfolio, and a healthy portfolio. One of the secret is that when I started in '95, when I read first time about Buffett, in my portfolio there were 225 stocks, and on this A4 page, it used to be 5 pages, and by the time I start removing. After first page, I start feeling hungry. It never went to the 5th page. So, it is very important that you have the portfolio which is small enough, which you can have a look at it every day.
Lean,
very
like how?
lean, yeah.
So no buffets.
No buffets and no, too many children. You have to have very planned family. Okay, so that's very important. And so that's first starting point. I mean, that's how I would rather say the way I do it. It may not fit everybody, but as per me, having a few so that you can spend time thinking about those stocks, because companies they go through their own life cycle of prosperity and then decline. So you should not be over sitting. When the prosperity phase is over and when they're declining, you don't want to go to zero again. So from 1 you go to 1,000 and 1,000 to 0, no point. So the real fun is to buy the stocks which are going to go from 1 to 1,000 and have few of them so that you can ride it all the way.
So clearly 225 stocks is too much.
Too much.
What is the right amount? How much do you think should be an
I don't think you need more than 15, 25. Like if I look at our schemes here, Motilal Oswal, every scheme will not have, none of the schemes will have more than 30 stocks.
That's the cap you have
That's
kept?
the cap, because we are managing 30,000, 40,000 single scheme.
Yeah.
But if you have 100 crores, 50 crores, 5 crores, 10, I mean, in 10 crores, you should not have even 10 stocks, I'm telling you. The right number of stocks to have is as many stocks you know. If you know 3 stocks, should have only 3.
Okay, when you say no,
Yeah.
when you say no your stock, a lot of people who invest don't have the time to sit and deep dive into a stock or actually look at it so carefully. They have a lot of information and maybe not the ability to analyze as well. So how do you know a stock? Sometimes they look at, okay, what have big funds bought, what have big investors bought, and that's what they follow.
This is a fundamental issue. You don't have to know. If you are an investor in equity markets, when we started, there were no mutual funds. Today, you have brilliant mutual funds. They are doing better than most other retail investors. They are actually performing far better than a retail guy, because retail guy doesn't have a reach. If I am managing 50,000 crores or a lakh crore in one single scheme, I mean, the company guy is waiting for my call. So and of course, the call itself doesn't matter much. It depends on my understanding of the company and whatever is there. So I think it's a 24/7 job, and it is very competitive with a lot of money coming in. FIs are there now. DIIs. You saw the today's paper. They have bought already 5 lakh crores in 9 months.
Yeah.
So if you do pro rata, I think we're talking about 6.5, 7 lakh crores, which is 2% of GDP. This is a sign of things to come. So it will become very competitive, and hence, unless you are a master, very passionate about picking a stock, don't bother about it. Go and buy nice mutual fund, good mutual funds. they will do the job.
Mutual funds, I'm not talking about any specific ones, और मैं आपके funds की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, but mutual funds have not necessarily given great returns in the last 1 year.
Listen, when you have 15-20 stocks, you're already making a mutual fund. When you buy, say, 20-25 stocks, you are creating a mutual fund of your own. And what right it gives you that your mutual fund will do better than the mutual fund managed by professional? You just try. You look at the guys, how they have done. See, there are very few Rakesh Jhunjhunwalas and Ramesh Damanis of the world. You know?
And Raamdeo Agrawal.
Yeah, I mean, I used to pick up stocks. Now, I mean, I'm much more focused on managing the company.
Of course.
For me, the stock is Motilal Oswal only. So my bulk of the time goes in managing Motilal Oswal. So, but then you need to be very good at it, and there are very few guys, and it takes a lot of time. Lot of time. You have to read a lot of books, a lot of balance sheet, a lot of con calls, interactions. Keep watching the results. Where is the newest style coming in, new high tide coming in. So it is a full-time job. I would think that average investor, like we are talking about 3 million investors coming every month, a lakh investor per day. You are not producing Rakesh Jhunjhunwalas every day 1 lakh. So they have, I mean, with due respect to all of them, I want them to make a lot of money. Very few people, they are able to beat index also in their portfolio, and there are a lot of junk because they know how to buy. I mean, you tell the guy and he'll buy, but they don't know when to get out.
Yeah.
You know, so then making money is about getting in and getting out both. So I think that's what the professionals do very well. And there is a tax shelter also if you buy mutual fund.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
No, so coming back to the point about high cholesterol in your portfolio or high cholesterol in the markets, where do you think markets are right now? We've had a few good days, no doubt, but the fact is quite off the highs. It's been very rocky. There's so many factors that we have no control about, frankly.
Yeah.
And FIIs seem to have not too much interest in India right now. In such a long cycle of how you have tracked markets, how would you describe where we are right now?
See, where we are is consolidation phase. You know, after seeing the highs last year, there has been an intense selling by FIs, and who buys, who sells doesn't matter because number of stocks are same.
Yeah.
Okay, what matters is the value of the company growing. Now, value of the company grows at the pace at which the earnings grow. So, if you take the entire country and, as I say, one index, Nifty is like 60-70% of all the companies listed in terms of market cap. If there is a 460-62 lakh crores of listing today, we are talking about 300 lakh crores of Nifty only. Now, Nifty as a stock will go up only if all the earnings they blow up. Now, earnings are growing at 5-6-7%. What do you expect? There's no firecracker.
Why do you think so? Because
no, that's what is the number.
No, but it's a more meaningful question. I'm asking why you think so because you see the GDP data looks great. High frequency indicators look quite positive.
Yeah.
Government has reformed GST.
No, high frequency data are now trailing. Now look at what we look at it. Now housing loan growth. See, roti kapda hai makan. Makan is the biggest capital investment by household. Okay. Kitna बढ़ रहा है? 2.5. I think last month was 2.9%. It's shameful number. I mean,
despite interest rates coming down.
Despite it will take time to pick up, but 2.9% is what we are playing with in this quarter. So now with 2.9% growth in the housing loan, number of houses made are literally zero. Like it is same. There is no growth in number of houses being built. What it means is that demand for cement, demand for paints, demand for steel, they would all be very weak, and that's what tells in your I mean, when you buy a house, you buy durables, you buy non-durables, you buy curtains, whole lot of things you buy. That's not happening. People are busy in running their life as it goes. So I'm talking about as a nation. So we have to, I mean, it is for the policymakers to see why it is at 2.9%. I don't have any answer to that. Of course, what I can see is that the credit flow has it been tightened. That is one. Second is that are we paying too high an interest rate? Like my inflation has come down to 1.5% or less than 2%, and my discount rate is 5.5. So my lending rate is 7.5. So how much real interest rate you are paying? People cannot pay that. So I think those are some genuine questions. Even GST collections, they have. Now I think monthly collections are up low single digits. So clearly,
and the growth in monthly collections.
Yeah.
But your base has also grown.
There is no base for a country. Nominal GDP keeps growing at 10 to 11% for last 45 years.
Yeah.
and it will keep growing at 10, 11%, 12% for next 45 years. So there is no base effect at a national level.
Yeah.
There can be base effect for the company or for the individual. There is no base effect for anybody. GST has to grow at the rate of nominal GDP growth rate or more. But that's not happening. Now, if the GST or tax collection is not happening, obviously the economic activity is slow. So direct tax will also be slower. So direct tax collection, indirect tax collection is slow. Government coffers are not filling very fast. If government coffers are not filling very fast, the expenditure by government will also be slow, because government has to spend whatever is the essentials, where they have to salaries and interest payments and all that has to go. What is left goes into your discretionary build-up, which is called capital expenditure and all. So that also is running slow. I was talking to a steel guy yesterday from my native place. He said, Raamdeo, I have not seen worse steel market in last 30 years.
So then my question is there a bubble building up? Because valuation...
Why you go that quickly to bubble and all?
Acha.
There are a lot of, see, you asked something about high frequency data, we talked about it. But a lot of good things are also happening.
Okay, let's talk about some of the good things.
So what are the good things happening? You saw the DI buying of 5 lakh crores.
Yeah.
So this for 9 months. So what is going to happen for 12 months? We are talking about another 1.5 to 2 lakh crores. So that makes it 6.5, 7 lakh crores. That is full 2% of GDP. Now, when your performance is actually flat, performance is 4-5% year on year, isn't it? So people have faith in this market that it will come back, in the course of time. So now we have unleashed the power of retail investors in India, which we kept it under leash for 70 years. In 2020, when digital onboarding started with the digital infrastructure, digital payments, and we started getting 3 million customers every month. And even till last month, we have got 3 million customers, 2.5 to 3 million customers. Last year, we got 41 million customers in a year.
My God.
Which is more than 3 million per month.
So when the regulator, when SEBI came and tightened up on F&O, etc., did you see a big drop over there, and have then activity lessened accordingly? Because of course, you have new unique customers coming in. Bharat is now discovering.
Yeah, that's why the index
markets.
cash market is holding out.
Yeah.
But F&O volumes and all have been, the leverage in the market is getting removed, and that's why the market's also not doing well. See, when you remove the leverage, the one side you are buying, but other side the leverage money is going out. So what happens is that the market actually could have tanked if there was no DI buying. When you remove the leverage, and if there is no DI buying and FIs are selling, you imagine what would have happened. Just because the wall of money from retail is coming, even the withdrawal of change in the regulatory regime for F&O has not impacted the market. Now, once we are done with the from daily expiry to weekly expiry, hopefully there is no more tightening. Once we are set with that, then the natural flow, natural expansion in the broking and everything will happen.
No, so I was actually going to come to that. So I have a two-part question. One is philosophically, what do you feel about the thought that the retail investor does not know enough about futures and options, so should be protected? What is happening essentially?
How do you protect him?
What is happening at the core of it, the idea is let's protect the retail investor.
Yeah, sure. No, we must.
Does it make sense? Should we be protecting the retail investor?
Yes, we must be. We must try everything. See, if somebody wants to see somebody, there are all kinds of retail investors. There is not one type. You cannot say this is a real retail investor. All types of people, ignorant, not so ignorant, very smart, very, very professional. Retired army guys, officers. They say, sir, now the best job is to 9 o'clock, I'm not available. The moment market opens, he is there as a professional trader. Yeah, so what I'm saying is there are all kinds of profiles. The guys who are good at it, let them do it. But the guys who are innocent, the person who doesn't know what he's walking into, those guys should be safe. Like if a small child is going to a swimming pool, he doesn't know that swimming pool is 5 feet deep. And
so should we be treating investors, should the regulator be treating investors like small children?
To some, in terms of guidelines, yes, whatever educational thing they can do, they can run campaign like what we are saying in mutual fund. Mutual fund sahi hai. Like that, speculation के बारे में आप कुछ कर सकते हो. So people should be cautious. Like people know that cigarette is injurious in terms of smoking, and yet people smoke. So what do you do about it?
No, which comes to my question.
Yeah.
What is happening right now is not just caution, it is action. You are making it more and more difficult to trade futures and options. Now there is a thought that weekly options will also be phased out slowly.
Quite possible, but it will
How do
have
you
again
see
its own implication. Again, leverage from the market, whatever little leverage is left, that will also go away. Then you'll become a cash market. See, India is a very peculiar country, Tamana, you must understand. Here, 50% of the market is, first thing is, it's a relatively small market for the world. You know, in 125 trillion, we are just about 5 trillion. So, in a way, it's large, but third or fourth largest, but still very illiquid because 50% is held by promoters.
Yeah.
Unlike in US and all, where 2%, 5%, 10%, there's no class like promoters. Here, people have 75%. They take pride in saying we own 80% now. We own 70% of Motilal Oswal. So now this in this situation, the floating stock is very limited. So it is if you don't have the leverage money, you know, the F&O and all, then the liquidity goes down big time. So when the big investors like say one mutual fund which are now 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh crores, they want to buy even a percentage of their fund, which is 2,000 crores. How do you buy? The spike is very large, and then they want to sell.
Is that why value is being hunted in pre-IPO private equity?
Yeah, because they can get blocked.
This is something that, you know, you've gone big on as well, and
Yes.
Motilal Oswal has gone big on. So, a couple of questions on this. First of all, why will this trend continue, and how do you spot those winners? Are there enough winners out there?
There will be enough winners, more than you can digest. I can tell you this. The issue is that it's not a free lunch anymore, because if the market is depressed at 10 PE or 12 PE, then you cannot go wrong. But in this market, you can go wrong. But you'll go wrong also. But when market is at 10 PE, you pick up any of the junk, you'll make money. Okay, you don't need brains. And but when market is at 25 PE, you need a lot of brains. And that's where the difference is. So, and that's why I'm saying, retail investor, the innocent guy who's walking in first, he should not start with the stock. He must go to the mutual fund, learn a lot, and then slowly start.
That's why that wall of money is coming
Yes.
in. Mutual funds are well established here. But I'm just talking about what we're seeing, because when people make some wealth also, family offices and private equity is becoming the buzzword.
Yes, they'll become very large.
यहाँ पर उतना मिल नहीं रहा है. You know, people now are not getting that kind of appetite or option or alpha that they're seeing in cash markets. Enough people.
तो रोज अल्फा थोड़ी बनता है भाई. रोज अल्फा नहीं बनता है. आपका थोड़ा पेशेंस भी चाहिए. Patience is the most important fertilizer for this market, for the investors to become very big. इधर पैसे बहुत हैं, and this is just about the beginning. I mean, money making in India is not even started, I'm telling you. The real game is starting now.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is that money being made apart from those who bought gold?
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, you all the ladies, congratulations. So yes, gold has done exceptionally well, way beyond my imagination.
Yeah.
But that's a very small asset class. I mean, if you have 100 crores, how much gold will you have? Maybe 1 crore, maybe 2 crores, 3 crores. You cannot be buying 100 crores gold. The whole house will be loaded with gold. So you know, what I'm saying is that gold is not my forte. I mean, the metals and all must be somebody else who might be expert. But I mean, fundamentally, gold and all these metals, they are inflation hedges.
Are you seeing it as a warning sign that gold has run up so much? Because it's a safe haven asset. There is uncertainty in the world. Some message comes from the US every morning and we don't know what it means.
Yeah. So I also don't understand anything. I'm seeing what you are seeing. In fact, you are spending more time seeing all this. But my sense is people are running away from dollar. There is some fear. There's too much of dollar assets around. Apart from the dollar, circulation, actually the market cap. See, once NVIDIA goes to $4 trillion, you have printed $4 trillion of liquidity in the system. So that money is a lot in the system. Of that, just about 1% of NVIDIA, somebody sells and says, let me get that much gold. You're talking about 400 million or something like that. Some crazy. You know, 1% is like $4 billion or $40 billion. $40 billion. Sorry, yeah. I mean, I'm losing the numbers. So $40 billion. You know, so that's the kind of number you're talking about.
Yeah.
So clearly, people are, I mean, there's a lot of geopolitical stuff and all, but things will stabilize. Things will stabilize,
Indian
and
perspective, cut
the
to noise.
companies will do well. World is becoming very wealthy. Huh? Mind you, one thing, with all this noise, world is silently becoming very rich. World is becoming very
Indians
rich.
also want to become very rich.
Yes, so we are becoming wealthier faster. It took 60 years to become a $1 trillion economy. It took another 7 years for second trillion, another 7 years including COVID for third. Fourth came, between third and fourth came in 3 years. Now fourth to fifth will come in 2 years, and fifth to sixth in 1.5, and 7 to 8 will come in 1 year. 1 year.
So for the next 2 years,
Yes.
for the next landmark,
Yeah.
what is, in your top of mind for you? Because there are some winners. We've talked about Dixon, Eternal, etc. in the past.
तो हो गया.
अब हो गया, वो story खत्म है. Is there an AI story? Because that's the big lament, ना
So
हमारा AI story.
for that,
कहाँ
you
है?
better interview all the fund managers, those who are picking stocks.
No, what are you? I'm not telling you
Yeah.
to pick stocks. I'm saying, are you seeing the top of mind stories there? Are they missing in India? We have one or two data center खेलना है तो एक दो
Tamanna,
option
I'm
है.
telling you.
AI एक दो option है.
Yeah, what I'm saying is,
Semiconductor एक दो option है.
इधर कुछ पैसे बनने वाला नहीं है.
तो कहाँ बनेगा?
हाँ, so कहाँ बनेगा? जो पैसे कमा रहे हैं. Who is making money in India? Doesn't matter if even if he's making shoes or selling shoes and not chips. See, by selling chips, if you have to take money from government, I would not like to buy that stock.
So you don't like this PLI incentive wala stocks?
No, but individually it is different, but generally, where is the money being made? If the stockbroker is making money, I would like to buy his stock. If AMC is making money, I would like to buy their stock.
Yeah,
But
they are the ones who
if
are
they're a
making-
very fancy insurance company but not making money, I'm not interested. So I want anybody who is making money. I don't care a damn about what is the theme. Who is making money? Now, because 3 million customers are coming every month, there's actually plenty of business in the stock market and capital market per se. All the capital market guys, see, all the capital market guys are doing very well. Whether it is depository, whether it
Yeah.
is exchanges,
Yeah.
whether it is brokers, asset managers, wealth
But there
managers.
is a regulatory cloud.
वो चलते रहेगा. ये सब क्या आप रिटेल पैसे मैनेज करो. It is better it is managed. I have seen situation when SEBI was not there till 92. It is a free for all. I mean, you imagine you
Bad,
bring your
bad
money,
West.
so then the trust in the market goes down. Nobody wants to come here. People go and buy plots, they'll buy gold, they'll buy some crazy stuff. They'll not come to buy financial assets. For financial assets to grow, it is securitization. You just give money on the faith. So my legal system, my listing system, my insider trading system, they should all be fantastic. I should be best in the world. I think we are one of the best in the world, probably the best, but we can be even better. We can set a standard for the
So,
world.
your message as we wrap up this interview, and we should get to our salad lunch, which
Yes.
we never managed to have. But as we wrap up our interview, your message to the Gen Z investor who right now is very excited about crypto, is very excited about whatever is fast
They're
and
speculators,
easy.
they're not investors. They're all
They're
speculators.
using their pocket money, they have nothing to lose. Or
Barabar.
very, very little. I mean, they want to try something new. What is your message to them?
No, I mean, see, first thing is you must understand whether you're speculating or investing. Don't confuse this. If you're a speculator, you love it, do it. अभी आप जैसे दिवाली में 3 पत्ती खेलोगे, उसका मतलब ये थोड़ी ना हो कि आप बर्बाद हो गए. ठीक है, 150 रुपया आगे पीछे हो जाएगा, उसमें क्या अंतर पड़ता है? But you had fun. So for fun you are doing it, or are you doing as a serious bet? You are putting 90% of or 100% of your net worth onto that as a margin money and all. Then be careful. That's not the bit. There, for 100 guys, only one winner will be there. 99 will be loser.
Okay, so for
Just
anyone...
listen to this statistics. In speculation, even if 2 or 3 guys win out of 100, it's quite a miracle. But in investing, in India, I think 100 will win. 99 will win. I get you. You tell me pure investor in last 20 years, आगे तो क्या क्या हो? You will not find anybody who has not made money. Somebody would have made a lot of money, somebody would have made a little less money. So this is the statistics. Your viewers, young viewers, they must not get into speculation without competencies. And then I wish them that they are 2 out of 100 rather than 98 out of 100.
No, so I was going to ask you this. For every 10,000 rupee of saving, I'm starting with a very small amount. What should the split be right now?
I would see, you are starting small means you are very young. If you are very young, you have 25, 30 years of accumulation phase for your wealth. Go and buy SIP. best SIP you have. And keep dumping not only 10,000, but whatever you save extra. Just keep putting. You will not realize in 25, 30 years how much money you will have. You'll be one of the richest person around.
So slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
That happens with your portfolio, with your health, and with your diet.
So that's how I built Motilal, and that's how we'll keep going from here. Not in hurry. We are not in hurry at all. The moment you are in hurry, you will lose.
Well, that's the big message coming in with this, Samvat. Have patience, enjoy this festive season, but
enjoy
keep your
being
discipline.
Indian. Enjoy being Indian. It's a blessing of God, at least for the guys who are in the stock market, to be in India.
Why is that, sir? Please elaborate.
Because there are only two compounded markets. One is, of course, US, and second is India.
Yeah. That's where we are right now. Thank you so much, sir. Wish you a very happy Diwali. Thank you so much.
Very happy Diwali to you, your team, and all the viewers of NDTV Profit. Let them make tons of money.
Wonderful. On that message, thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us. Raamdeo Agrawal ji with a great message. Have patience and watch for the companies who are actually making profit. Doesn't matter what else they do. That's really our theme here on NDTV Profit. So thank you so much for joining us on this special show.